What's going on, guys? 602 Booster back at it again, and I'm over here at a little local trail here to answer 10 questions that every ADV rider should be answering. Stay tuned. So I'm actually doing this because I saw Everride make a video, and he gave those 10 responses as to what every ADV rider should be answering to. So I figured I would give my response and reply back to his video. So these are my responses to those 10 questions as I ride. So we'll start with the first one. I'm sure there's going to be some cuts in this as I read the questions because I'm still reading them here on my phone. First question: when did adventure motorcycling initially catch your eye? What was the reason for it? And why it initially caught my eye? Well, I was actually riding my street bike over here in this neighborhood where I live. And I saw a couple of guys on some quads and a couple of dirt bikes. And I said, I can do this. There we go. Yeah, I can do this. So once I saw these guys over here, they were taking jumps, they were doing a little bit of everything. It caught my eye and I had to try it out. So it was just watching other people. People like Everride. I think there's AZ Desert Dog. We got to give a shout out to him also. Seeing those guys riding the trails and such really got me into getting into trail riding, and eventually got me into this DR 650. See, second question, if I can read this while I'm riding. Let me just kind of pull over here and see what it says, because I can't read this thing. So the next question is, why do you ride, and what feelings does it bring to me personally? Well, I like to ride because I love the feeling of being on two wheels. I love it. Being on two wheels, especially ADV riding, going places that I couldn't by walking. Well, I could walk this, but going places far away and being on a bike and not in a car, definitely fun. You know, it's definitely my idea of an adventure. I've always liked riding bikes on the street, but having a bike where I can take trails like this, you know, I can't bring my boots out here. Be stupid. So the next question is, what qualifies as an adventure ride? In my opinion, any ride that you go on where the unexpected happens is an adventure ride, because you got to figure out your way out of that adventure, or figure your way out of that problem. Or also you can go to the outdoors like this and call it an adventure ride also. This is also, to me, considered an adventure ride, where I'm going off the beaten path, where I'm going off the paved road. To me, that's an adventure ride. The fourth question is about lightweight dual sport bikes like the DRZ 400, for example. Are those bikes situational, or what's the difference? What's better than the other? So on and so forth. My opinion, I rode a DRZ 400 on a trail like this. Very bumpy, not too high speed, and definitely did good here. To me, weight isn't a big difference, to be honest. I mean, I'm a big guy, 6'2", 220, muscular guy. Yeah, muscular, right? Anyway, yeah, I do think that I prefer the heavier bikes, to be honest. I like the feeling of being grounded and planted in some of this dirt. So I prefer the DRZ 400 over the DRZ 650 over the DRZ 400. Personally, I do prefer the heavier weight bikes over the lighter weight. But when you're going into like the BMWs and you're going into the V-Stroms, to me, I don't consider those bikes true dual sports. I just consider them adventure bikes. I wouldn't take them here, I don't think. Next question. So question number 5, what are the dangers of adventure riding? There's a lot of dangers, man. To be honest, number 1 is like what I'm doing right now, being out here by myself. I could fall, I could hurt myself, and no one would know. That's one danger. Another one is Inexperience. If you don't have a lot of experience, you could find yourself getting hurt. I mean, I'm very inexperienced. Whew. But still enjoy what I do. It's not stopping me. Whoa, shoot. I ran into the tree. Another danger beside getting lost. Well, definitely one of the bigger things you got to worry about is getting lost. If you're out on an adventure, you're riding out in a place that you're not familiar with, you can get lost quite easily. So that's another danger. Also trying to ride above your limits. You may want to try to impress your friends or whatever. Take a turn too sharp or take a jump that you aren't ready for. You can definitely set yourself up for a real bad. So question 6 is asking what demographics are for adventure riders. I mean, you can be a 15-year-old on a dirt bike, 12-year-old on a dirt bike. You could be a 50, 60-year-old on a dirt bike. Funny thing about it is, or shouldn't say that. Let me go back again and say it again. So question number 6 has to do with the demographics of adventure riders. Are you too old, too young? What are the demographics of an adventure rider? You know, male, female, old, young, everybody can ride an adventure bike. To be honest, I bought this bike from a 55-year-old guy who wanted to get back into motocross, so he bought something lighter. I think he wanted to go get a two-stroke two-stroke dirt bike or something like that. I don't know, maybe like an RMZ or something. I don't know what it was. I'm not into two-stroke, so not about that life. Jump over that. But yeah, so you can do whatever you want. I mean, it's all a state of mind, you know what I mean? I don't like when people say, yeah, you're this age, so you got to ride this, or you're that age, you got to ride that. You can ride an adventure bike no matter what age you are. Just be careful, ride within your limits. I mean, if you're a 55-year-old guy with a bad back, yeah, don't even try it. Or if you're like a 65-year-old guy with a bad back, or a 65-year-old girl with a bad back, yeah, forget that. Next question, I think question 7. Would I do a cross-country tour if cost was not an issue? Would I tour cross-country? Absolutely. I mean, I would definitely do a cross-country tour. I don't know if I would do it on the DR 650. I could, I'm sure, but I would actually rather do it on the Busa. I would rather do it because the Busa to me is more highway friendly. But since we're talking about doing on adventure bikes right now, no, I don't think I would do it on the DR 650. You know, I'm not too sure. To be honest, I don't think I have the right tires. I mean, I'm on knobbies, and being on knobbies on the freeway for an extended period of time is not fun. So I think I probably would change my mind had I purchased new tires. I'm still on my original tires when I bought this bike. I'm on a set of Shinkos. I'll put a link in the description of what I'm on. I don't even think they make them anymore, but I'll definitely throw a link of what I'm working with so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And that's probably the only reason why I wouldn't. But as far as ergonomics, comfort, power, oh yeah, it's got it. But I definitely would want to get something that's not with a knobby tire, something I can take more so on the freeways. Because this bike will easily do 100, 115. No problem. So you could definitely do freeway speeds. Okay, so what are the essential costs that you will incur or that you're going to have to spend to get into adventure riding? What are the essentials? For me, my essentials come down to gear. I have to have my gear. I've got my gloves, I've got my helmet, I've got my jacket, I've got my pants. I've got my opinion. You're definitely going to need some gear. You ain't got to go out and get the next climb suit, but you can definitely get at least some quality gear. I mean, if you need to, go buy some built gear. I would rather be out on built gear than be out on nothing. So definitely invest in some quality gloves, jacket, pants. Definitely get some quality MX boots, that's for sure, because if you drop your bike on your foot, it ain't pretty.
Oh, there we go.
When it comes to your bike itself, definitely invest in something that's quality. I mean, I would definitely stay away from the Chinese brands, to be honest. Sorry, Everride, I had to say it, but you definitely want to stay away from the Chinese brands, even if your viewers are recommending it. That's what I would do. And make sure that the bike is in good shape. I mean, make sure that you take care of tires, brakes, chain, have spare parts lying around, because you're going to need those things in case they break on an adventure, I'm sure. I mean, you guys have watched Everride's videos, you know what I'm talking about. So there's going to be some cost, and I mean, to be honest, that cost with the proper bike maintenance and with proper gear, it can get a little expensive. It's not something that's going to be done on the cheap, unless if you know a guy, and if you do, let me know, because I need to get me some more gear. Number 9, what is a destination or a route that you would like to take, or favorite place you want to go? I don't really know yet. I'm still new to adventure riding. I mean, I only know what I see on YouTube. Of course, as you know, I watch Everride's videos. Definitely would love to go check out Moab and see what he's talking about. I live in Arizona, so it's not too far. It's just about trying to schedule the time to make the trip, so on and so forth. I just have to really schedule the time. Cost really isn't a problem. It's all about finding the time away from work. This isn't my day job. If I did do this full time, I probably would be able to take advantage of that, but I don't. So I really can't, I really can't say, yeah, I can just drop of a dime, go somewhere I want to go. Can't do it. Need that PTO. Yeah.